Hey everyone, Deathmetal Antichrist here, back with a brand new video. Now, today I'm going to be talking about something that's a little bit touchy, but I felt like I wanted to talk about. That is politics, particularly kind of metal politics. Now, I don't want to get too political because I just hate getting political online and like enforcing a bunch of shit online. Because I feel like everyone has the right to like their own opinion and shit, and I don't want to be forcing my beliefs on you. You shouldn't be forcing your beliefs on me. I shouldn't be forcing my beliefs on you. But we're going to be talking about what would happen when political correctness meets metal, and how I reckon that's a fucking ridiculous idea, just in my opinion. Now, one of the things that I love about metal is it's just very free speech, and you can like it tackles on politics, but not like, but at the same time, not while enforcing a bunch of the band's just beliefs. Sure, there might be a couple bands like that, like the NSBM bands, but no one really gives a shit about NSBM anyways. So their opinion doesn't really matter. But what I want to be talking about is like I love like you can talk about shit like in metal that you could not talk about in other music. Like you can talk about fucking in death metal, you can talk about gore, murder, Satan, rape, fucking all that kind of shit. Black metal, you can just talk about darkness, evil, Satanism, paganism, and fucking thrashing. Thrash is actually very political. You can talk about fucking nuclear annihilation, fucking this, that, and the other thing. That's what I love about metal is it's very free speech, and that's actually something that it has in common with punk music. Those two genres have that in common. Punk, maybe punk more so, but like you take like Cannibal Corpse, like they have an album with like two corpses, a corpse sucking another corpse's dick. I mean, and like Butchered at Birth, it has two zombies butchering a baby, butchering a pregnant mother, and there's like hanging like dead fetuses in the background. Like that's actually brutal shit, and it's you won't find that in other styles of music. You just won't. But I feel like if political correctness were to like fucking what do I call it again? Were to like you were to combine political correctness and metal, you'd get these activist groups that would try to ban certain bands, certain albums, or even outlaw them. And us as a nation, or whatever country you're from, your nation shouldn't really like I get some of the rights they stand for and shit. It's kind of like vegans in a way. Like I get the rights they stand for. I completely get that, but I don't believe in just going to random people like random food stores and just telling them about how they're evil because they had a fucking sandwich. I don't believe in that shit, and nor should you. But I feel like they would just try to outlaw shit because of all the feminists. Because they'd think because what happened with Pantera, with the whole racism kind of thing, like how Phil just screamed "white power," that the Pantera reunion tour, if you're even gonna call it that, well, I have my own opinions on that, would be gone before it even started. It would just be gone. It'd be gone. Nothing would have happened of it. And like, if it got that bad, some of their albums would have been banned in certain countries. Some certain stuff would happen. Like, in my opinion, just it's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Political correctness and metal, probably one of the worst ideas I could think of. Really, like bands like some bands even have songs about suicide. Like Death has pulled the plug. Fucking Suicide Silence has fucking no pity for a coward. And they're not promoting suicide. It's just a song about suicide. It's not like promoting it or anything. Like, and of course, there's like sexist. There's probably a couple sexist. I don't. There's not much. That hell, like metal isn't racist, but there's more racism in metal than there is fucking sexism. I mean, in the metal community, yes, there is sexism. Not to like a full extent, but like in terms of the bands, there's not much sexism. Not much sexism at all. In terms of that sort of shit. In terms of the bands, there's not much at all. Like sometimes in the metal community, there'll be a bit of sexism, but that's far very like you won't see it much. Like Like, yeah, there's obviously some, like, do you even listen to this band? It's like, well, yeah, fucking, like, or even if they don't, it's actually kind of, free advertisement. But at the same time, I also think that wearing shirts of a band you don't even listen to is really fucking dumb. But, yeah, yeah, like I said, activist groups are just like, with all the black metal shit, like, that already, the media already hated that. Could you imagine how much they would have hated that if political correctness were to just, like, completely meet with metal? They would not stand with that. They would fucking. All of the bands would be cancelled. Yeah, there's some bands that. There's bands that even I like that I think have really shitty views on everything, like Carpathian Forest. They're a good black metal band. A lot of their views on, well, anything are just shitty views. A lot of them are. Like, but just because you listen to a band doesn't mean you completely agree with every fucking single word they say. You can't possibly find someone you agree 100% with it. And if you wanted to only listen to people like that, if I wanted to do that, if I wanted to even date someone that, like, only believed in the shit that I believed in, it would, and it was, like, exactly like me, it wouldn't happen. If I wanted that, I'd just sit in front of a mirror and jerk off to a picture of myself. That doesn't sound fun at all. Like, I like disagreeing with people. I like just having interesting conversations with people and shit. It's like, and that, like I said about free speech, like, even if I don't agree with you and I think your opinion is very, just not right there, I will fight for your right to say it because I believe in freedom of speech, and most metal bands and fans do believe in freedom of speech. So that's one of the things I find, like, baffling about it. It's like they'll take a band like Cannibal Corpse that sings about rape, murder, torture, fucking gore, and shit like that, and they'll take it way out of context, way out of context. It's like that's not what it's about at all. Like, these bands don't actually have these views. It's not like that at all. It's just like political correctness, in my opinion, shouldn't exist in any form of music whatsoever, but especially metal. Because one of the things about metal I love, like I said earlier, is the freedom of speech aspect. You won't find that much freedom of speech in a genre like pop or country. Maybe in, like, maybe rap or punk, but, like, punk and metal have, like, the most, like, freedom of speech, in my opinion. Other music does, but, like I just think, like, bands like slam bands. Slam bands and political correctness would go shit together, because slam bands talk about shit that I'm not even going to mention, just because of how grotesque it is. If you want to know, you just look up bands like Gore Pop, Cranium, Devourment, fucking a local band called Iniquitous Monolith. They're a really good slam band. Fucking Internal Bleeding, all those kind of bands. All those kind of bands. And if you call Suffocation slam, you're a fucking idiot. They had one slam song. They're a brutal death metal band. Shut up. Slam would absolutely get annihilated by political correctness, because people just can't really stand to see people having different opinions, so they'll try and shut you up and cancel you because they think what you're saying I don't agree with, so no one should agree with it, and you should just not be allowed to say it. And I think that's absolute bullshit. And if that were to combine with metal, it would be a clusterfuck of PC idiots, like that PC principal from South Park. That would just be what would happen. That would be what would happen. And that's one of the things that I can't see it happening, thankfully, but I just really fucking hope it doesn't happen. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. Anyways, I'm going to end the video here, and guys, make sure to stay brutal.